perfect fit. I was a little bit intimidated when they reached out to us and they were like, hey, do you guys want to showcase this product? I'm gonna need your help, so let's put that camera on a tripod so we can show them what we're doing.
So good to see you. Welcome back. We're Honey, I Roam. I'm Amber. Giulietta's my partner, and our dog Winston, who's laying in the sun right here. We live in this truck camper. We renovated it, and we've been living off-grid in the Colorado mountains for 4 months. Being off-grid, we need a lot of ways to get power even when there's no sun. So I think we finally found a solution. Before we hit the road and travel the country again, we have some work to do. We have to get this project done. It's gonna make our lives exponentially easier.
You guys are not gonna believe how tiny this is. That's it. Time to reveal what's gonna be giving us endless power. Boom! Bluetti. You know we are big fans of Bluetti products. This is super tiny, probably weighs about a pound. And it is a DC to DC charger. We're gonna be installing it today. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it and how it works. It's gonna be definitely huge for us, staying off grid for longer periods of time. In addition to having our solar, this is gonna be a foolproof way whenever we're driving to charge up our power bank. In addition to the Bluetti Charger 1, this is an optional accessory that you can get, which I highly recommend you do. It's actually a 5-meter long cable. I was a little bit intimidated when they reached out to us and they were like, hey, do you guys want to showcase this product? But after watching the how-to video, it looks so simple. And I'm gonna show you today just how simple it is. Your vehicle battery is gonna charge your power bank without damaging the alternator, which is absolutely huge for us because when we're traveling, we're driving 4 hours a day, so all of that time can be converted into electricity for us to have whenever we're camping. I was a little bit nervous if this 5-meter cable was gonna be long enough because we're gonna be poking a hole into the camper to run this part, which I'm gonna show you everything, because we're gonna have the Bluetti 1 charger inside of our camper right next to our power bank and where we keep our power bank. The reason why you want to get this too is because it has a 70 amp circuit breaker on it. So this is also going to be inside the camper as well. So you can feel protected knowing that you have this on there if you buy this cable, and it makes it really easy and ready to go. If you do want to get your own DC cable and you need a certain length, you can make your own, and they do give you all of the terminals so you can make your own. You're going to need 6 AWG cable, DC cable for this, but luckily we're gonna make it work with the optional accessory for the DC cable from Bluetti. I'm gonna take off the circuit breaker at first. Very simple. We're gonna put this aside. I'm gonna need your help, so let's put that camera on a tripod so we can show them what we're doing.
Graceful as a flower.
These are the ends that are gonna go to our vehicle battery right here. So we're gonna shove them up from underneath, and Amber's gonna grab them. Oh my gosh. Woo.
I see you.
Can you reach them?
Almost. Almost. I got 1, I got 2.
Okay.
You need your PPE.
I do. Every time I put my head underneath the truck, there's just all these dirt crumbs that fall in my eyeballs. Forgot my safety glasses, and I got them on now.
Okay, let's go. Go inside. First way that we positioned the long wire didn't work for us. It was too short and we were kind of freaking out. We didn't think it was gonna work, but one of my favorite things about Giulietta, one of the many things I love about her, is she is a problem solver. So she said, let me think of another way to do this. She's trying it. Now we're talking.
Basically, we're trying to get as much length as we can. So I'm putting the cable in through these running boards, because I can't find any of my zip ties either, of course. We're running as taut as we can possibly get them along this area. The cable running in this area, so it's nice and secure in there, won't fall out. This is a little trap door that we have, and so we're gonna run the cables through the actual door. I'm gonna drill some holes right now, and then we're gonna caulk all around it because you know we've been having a mice problem out here in Colorado. We're gonna make sure that's nice and sealed up, and then we'll be able to mount the Bluetti charger on this little door. It'll be super easy. I'm so glad these cables are long enough. And these are the solar cables that are from our roof, so we'll be able to easily interchange depending on if they're solar or not, or if we're doing a long drive day, we can just plug right into the charger 1. Before we connect the DC cables that go to the battery, we're gonna connect the output MC4 cables. These go to the solar power bank. We have the Bluetti AC240. Basically just a simple little hex that we're gonna loosen up. And remember, we don't have the battery terminals connected yet to the cables. We wanna do that last. All right, we're putting in our positive and our negative, which is the black. Get both of those situated. Nice and snug in there. Now we're gonna tighten down the positive. We have the negative connected already. Nice and snug, not super duper tight. I'm trying to pinch this, so. But we also don't want these cables falling out. Now we're gonna drill the holes for our cables to pop through. We wanna mount our Bluetti probably about right here. Negative on top. Perfect fit. Positive on the bottom. Now we have our cables coming through. We got a lot of cables down here, but we'll make it nice and organized. What I'm gonna do is connect the DC cables from the battery into the input area. Same deal. It's a hex socket thing. We're gonna loosen that all the way up. Nice and snug. Not super tight, but we know it's in there. Nice. And then we're gonna mount it. Probably right here. Honestly, this is a super simple application. You don't need to run it underneath your truck or whatever, but this is what really works best for us. So you can also just run the cable from your battery inside of your...
That dog,
There's
and
a
that
dog.
is not Winston. That is not Winston yelping. He's right next to me, okay?
You can just run those DC cables right through the engine bay, into your vehicle, and back into the trunk where you might want to keep the power bank. Wherever you keep your Bluetti power bank, it's gonna work. But this is a pretty cool application for us. And now we're moving to the outside. We're going to basically take off the little nut from the terminal to the vehicle battery, and we're gonna put on our Bluetti Charger 1 DC cables. All right, now we're doing the positive. I think all that there is left to do is just turn the circuit breaker on and fire up the truck.
All that dust on the floor, so we're gonna clean it up before we actually test this out. Moment of truth.
Not noticing any difference. But let's go check out the Charger 1 and see what's going on with that. Oh my gosh. So I had to go onto the Bluetti app and actually connect the Charger 1 and change the voltage. So you just go and you pick the model of power bank you're trying to charge. So super simple, did it.
This is the highest amount of input that we've ever seen on our Bluetti display. Normally, even with our 400 watt solar panels, the highest we'll get is like 275. Right now it says 479.
Let me show you. Ah! Okay, look at that, 559.
574.
Can you guys see that?
How?
562. I'm trying to show you guys. 568. If you look at the Charger 1, you can see that it's blinking and you know that it's actually charging right now. There's a whole manual that tells you what each of these color codes represent. I'm so happy! Yeah! This is super cool. So with the solar and the Charger 1, we're gonna be set for off-grid living. I just reserved some water.
You do. We have been loving our Bluetti solar panels for the summer, but the space that we've had our camper parked is so covered in trees that it has made internet still a challenge. I mean, we go to town and sometimes we can get a couple of hours of solar right on it, and we're constantly moving around our soft solar panels. Now that we have the Charger 1 and just going anywhere or even running our truck is charging it to this extremely high capacity, just incredible, just really incredible.
All right, it's a few days later. We've been using the Charger 1 while traveling, while running errands, and it's been a huge game changer for us. And the supply of electricity that we have and we are no longer at our campground that we've been working at for the last 4 months. We're actually at a new one, but we are still camp hosts, and this place is something beautiful. You're gonna have to watch our next video to figure out where we went to in Colorado. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this video. There's a product link down below along with a discount code with Bluetti. I'll also link another video up here. We did a power bank. Absolutely love their product. So thanks again to Bluetti for supporting this video, and thank you for watching.